In League of Legends, the Mastery trees are being reworked for Season 3. On today's episode of LoL Math, we'll be taking a look at exactly how the Utility Mastery tree will be changed from Season 2, and how it can affect certain champions. Let's take a look at just how different the Utility Mastery tree is. Summoner's Insight no longer grants a bonus to the Summoner spell Promote, as it has been removed from the game. It will now grant the Clairvoyant Summoner spell the benefit of revealing enemy champions for 5 seconds even if they leave the area revealed by the initial cast. This assumes the champion was in the original area revealed. In addition, it will make Clarity restore 25% additional mana, as opposed to the 20% additional mana in Season 2. It will also cause a champion that uses the Revive Summoner spell a bonus to their maximum health. Unfortunately, the exact amount of health granted has not yet been confirmed. Swiftness has been renamed to Wanderer, and no longer requires 4 points in the utility tree. It will now grant 0.66% movement speed per point invested, meaning one can have a 2% movement speed bonus with 3 points invested, as opposed to 4 points in Season 2. Meditation no longer requires 4 points in the utility tree, or 3 points in Expanded Mind. It has no differences otherwise. Improved Recall remains unchanged from Season 2. The following Masteries require 4 points in the utility tree. Scout will now grant to champions wards an additional 25% vision, as opposed to the 5% additional vision in Season 2. However, the bonus will only last 3 seconds after the ward is placed. This will cause a Sight Ward's vision radius to be expanded by 275 units and a Vision Ward's by 250 units. Mastermind no longer requires 20 points in the utility tree. Assuming at least 1 point in the Mastery, it will grant Summoner Spell cooldown reduction equal to 1% plus 3% times the amount of points in the Mastery, as opposed to granting 15% for 1 point in Season 2. Expanded Mind no longer has a 0 point requirement. It remains unchanged otherwise. Artificer is a new mastery which reduces the cooldown of an item's active ability by 7.5% times the amount of points in the mastery. The following masteries require 8 points in the utility tree. Greed remains unchanged from Season 2. Runic Affinity also remains unchanged from Season 2. Strength of Spirit no longer has a 16 point requirement and will grant health regeneration equal to a champion's mana divided by 400 multiplied by the amount of points in the mastery. Biscuiteer is a new mastery which will cause a champion to start with a new item, Total Biscuit of Rejuvenation. The item restores 80 health and 50 mana over 10 seconds. The following masteries require 12 points in the utility tree. Wealth now grants a champion starting gold equal to 25 times the amount of points in the mastery, as opposed to granting 20 gold per mastery in Season 2. Awareness remains unchanged from Season 2. Transmutation has been renamed to Vampirism and no longer has an 8 point requirement. It will now grant 1% Spell Vamp and Lifesteal multiplied by the amount of points in the mastery, as opposed to only granting Spell Vamp in Season 2. Explorer is a new mastery which requires 1 point in Biscuiteer. It will cause a champion to start with an Explorer's Ward. An Explorer's Ward will place an invisible 60-second ward and will be consumed when activated. The following masteries require 16 points in the utility tree. Pickpocket is a new mastery which grants a champion 3 gold when they auto-attack an enemy champion. The gold granted will be equal to 5 if the attacking champion is a melee champion. However, gold will not be granted if Pickpocket has granted a champion gold in the last 5 seconds. Intelligence remains unchanged from Season 2. Finally, Nimble is a new mastery that requires 20 points in the utility tree. It will grant a champion 3% movement speed, which is equal to the movement speed bonus from Janna's passive ability. Overall, the utility mastery tree seems to offer very good benefits even without being deeply invested in it. However, one should note that the Sage mastery was removed, which granted 40 bonus experience on every kill and assist. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to be informed whenever I release new videos. Click the annotation on the screen if you'd like to see the previous LolMath episode. You can also like LolMath on Facebook at facebook.com/LolMathYouTube, and follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/TrampolineTales. Thanks for watching this episode of LolMath.